Yo, what's up, people? Welcome to the Lyric Book. This is JWilMusic. And typically we do podcasts here on Inspire Guys People, but today I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to welcome you, the listener, those who rock with my music, into a little bit of my notebook. We're going to talk about, a little bit of the meaning behind the messages of not just my music, my last project, but we're going to focus today specifically on a song called Airplane Mode. One of my favorite songs off the project, This Time Is Different. So this is something for the people who really care about lyrics and meaning. You know what I'm saying? You might rock with music and it might sound good, but sometimes you're like, what did they mean by that? You know what I'm saying? So today I am welcoming you a little bit of behind the scenes. So we're going to jump right into it. Thank you for listening. If you catch this on the replay, like it, share it, tell me what you think in the comments. All right. The song Airplane Mode. So let me just start off for some people out there who might not have ever rocked with my music or heard my music before. I'm a Christian rapper. I've been doing Christian rap for quite some time. And I'm one of those artists where the music has to mean something. It has to be a message. You know what I'm saying? So for the past, I've been doing music for probably 15, 20 years, I guess now. And throughout that time, I've released a bunch of projects. And last year, I released a project called This Time Is Different. So first, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the project. Now, let me let you know, for anybody who rock with this, we're not rushing. Because this is for people who really rock with the music and really want to understand and peel back the layers of the lyrics. So first things first, the project This Time Is Different. I'll just read a little bit of kind of my overview of the album, all right? This Time Is Different takes listeners on a unique musical journey, blending introspective rap with soulful melodies to explore the concept of time travel through sound. So that is essentially what the project This Time Is Different was about. It really was about time travel. And so the entire message of the song, the album, what you'll hear and what you'll see is these different elements of like my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies, Back to the Future. So we rented a DeLorean for the cover and, all of those type of things. And so this idea of traveling like time through sound using music, part of the meaning of the album for me was like my music serves as like a timestamp as to where I'm at in life. So sometimes I listen to my old music and I could be reminded of like, oh, this is where I lived, or, oh, that was when I lived in this little apartment. And so there's all these like little breadcrumbs about my life that I'm not always saying explicitly, you know what I'm saying, in my music. So today we're going to listen to a little bit of Airplane Mode. I'm going to be pausing throughout to tell y'all about the album, about the song, what it is, so on and so forth. So let's get right into it and play a little bit of Airplane Mode by JWilMusic.
Thank you for choosing to fly with us. For your own safety, we ask that you please put your phones in airplane mode during the flight. I've never been the type to appeal to these people.
All right, already, hold on, because we peeling back the lyrics. What's up, people in the comments? Appreciate you checking it out. So first things first, what is Airplane Mode? There's a message behind this song that is deeper than the music itself, right? And it really is like sometimes you have to block out all the noise to focus on yourself, your own growth, your own development, whatever God is doing in your life. It's so many distractions in the world today. You know what I'm saying? That this song is intended to be for people who are like, yo, like I can't wake up every day and think about politics or, all the rumors or all the bad news because I'm actually trying to be a good person. And I got a life, I got kids or a family or whatever your situation is. This song is meant to be a situation where you're like, yo, airplane mode, I need to block out the noise. So that's the first things first. But then beyond that, the other dope thing about the song is I actually came up with this idea while I was on the airplane. So I come back and tell y'all a little bit more about how the song actually came to be. But for now, let's jump back into Airplane Mode by JWilMusic.
Phones in airplane mode during the flight. I've never been the type to appeal to these pill poppers. It ain't appealing to me if it's offensive to the Father. Peeling back the layers to these problems, seeing can't solve them. Look what the drills got us.
All right. So first little group of lyrics right there. We're going to check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments if you're feeling it or not. First little group of lyrics as this song starts out, I'm saying, I never been the type to appeal to these pill poppers. It ain't appealing to me if it's offensive to the Father. And so the meaning behind that lyric is sometimes like as a Christian rapper and somebody who actually grew up as a Christian, it's interesting because people love a testimony, right? And people love when you come from something crazy. Now we all got a testimony. We all done been in crazy stuff. But my point is, like, I grew up in Detroit, in the hood, but I never been a street dude. So I don't try to create music that's not reflective of my life. And so I think some people look at Christian rap like, oh, if it's not sounding just like the world, it's corny, or if it's not talking about how you used to slang dope and do this and that, it's corny. And so my whole approach is I never been the type to appeal to these pill poppers. Like it ain't appealing to me if it's offensive to the Father. And so I'm starting this song off saying that regardless of whether people like me or don't rock with my music, or like I'm not in I don't create music to try to please people that's not living for God. I think a lot of people, and this whole series ain't about knocking nobody else. So like, let's get that straight. When I talk about my music, I'm just sharing my journey and how I write. I'm not trying to knock what anyone else does. But a lot of times Christians will feel like you have to curve your content to be appealing to the world. And I just never been that type of person because I'm not the kind of person that curves things about myself to please people. Like I'm actually cool with myself. I'm actually happy. I'm actually confident. I don't feel like the world is better than me. And so I never been the type to appeal to these pill poppers. It ain't appealing to me if it's offensive to the Father. Peeling back the layers to these problems. Sin can't solve them. Look what the drills got us. So it's like, yo, I'm still playing on this wordplay of peel right out the gates. And we peeling back the layers to these problems. I'm saying it's deeper than this, and sin can't solve it. So me trying to rap about sin to like relate to you is not gonna solve the depth of the problems that we dealing with in this world. Like we dealing with some real problems where we need Jesus to come in our lives and save us and heal us. And it's like me as a Christian trying to rap and sound like the world and rap and talk about sin ain't gonna heal nobody. Look what the drills got us. Drill music, killing, music about killing and all this crazy stuff. Look at where it got us. So the question right out the gate is, why would I do that? I never been the type to appeal to these pill poppers. It ain't appealing to me if it's offensive to the Father. Peeling back the layers to these problems. Sin can't solve them. Look what the drills got us. Let's see what else I say in this song. Airplane mode, JWilMusic. Let me know what you think. Let's go.
The Father, peeling back the layers to these problems. Sin can't solve them. Look what the drills got us. Broken families for generations. Gotta read Genesis for the revelation. This is not just for your entertainment. Sometimes it be feeling like I'm in a matrix.
All right, hold on. We got to get into that. What do I say? Never been the type to sin can't solve them. Look what the drills got us. Broken families for generations. Got to read Genesis for the revelation. All right, cool. Look what the drills got us. Look what sin has got us. Look what the music talking about killing and stealing is like generations of broken homes. Like we don't want that. I come from a broken home, so I'm not talking down on nobody. I'm the product of a broken home. But the thing is like, yo, like why would we keep doing that? Like, why would we keep creating music about the thing that's hurting us? Look what the drills got us. Broken families for generations. You got to read Genesis for the revelation. Now, of course, you know, Genesis is the first book of the Bible. And that's where the origin story of mankind, Adam and Eve, and family is. So I'm making this point that, like, if you really want to understand the problem of family and what's wrong with where we are today, you have to go back to Genesis for the revelation. So it's like, yo, read Genesis for the revelation. And then, of course, hidden in there, sometimes the way that I create music, sometimes I skip words and I just give ideas. So it's like, read Genesis for the revelation. I'm kind of saying like, you have to read the whole Bible through and through to truly understand some things, right? So Like that's when I use words like Genesis, Revelation, and like piece them together like that. Sometimes I'm like sharing these ideas in my music. And it's really trying to encourage the believer to read the word of God. So like if you see like we 10 to 15 seconds into this song, and like when I create music, it's like every line means something to me. Like every line, you're gonna see that. So let's jump back into it and keep digging in. Let me know what y'all think. Like, share, comment, all that good old stuff, man.
This is not just for your entertainment. Sometimes it be feeling like I'm in a matrix.
Okay, I gotta stop right there real quick, just real quick. This is not just for your entertainment. Sometimes it be feeling like I'm in the matrix. Like this is about the idea that like this is what people want you to do as a Christian. Like, excuse me, Christian rap is whack unless it appeals to the world. That's what people say. That's what people tell me. Like that's what people think. Like I'm not supposed to think I'm cool if I'm not out here killing and stealing and destroying and talking about, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And it's like, I get it, bro. Like sin is appealing. You feel me? But for me, it's like, yo, this is not just for your entertainment. What up, people in the comments? Appreciate you checking it out. Like, share, subscribe. Listen, like this isn't just for entertainment. Like I don't come into the studio and go into the booth to entertain people. And so that's one of the things I'm trying to like explain with my music, because like I have the talent as a rapper. I can go in a studio and rap about anything. Like I can. And sometimes that's where humility comes in, where it's like you could get frustrated with people trying to tell you like, oh, this is what good music sounds like, or this is whatever. It's like, I can do that. That's easy. You know how easy it is to rap about sin? Because like sin, I don't know why. Like sin is easy. Like think of it's like you could be a rapper, never killed nobody, never did nothing, but you could rap about it easily. You could just come up with ideas for sin, and people enjoy sin. And so for me, it's like I'm establishing this is not just for your entertainment. Sometimes I be feeling like I'm in the Matrix. The Matrix is another series of movies that is another one of my favorites, and it's also layered in this album about time travel. And so this idea of like sometimes I feel like I'm in the Matrix, it's like just establishing that sometimes in this world, especially online, it doesn't feel real, even amongst believers, even amongst Christians. Like if I'm a Christian artist and I'm connected with a Christian radio station or something, their standards are just as worldly as the world. And so it's like, yo, is this real? Like I'm a believer. It's other believers out here. You a believer with a platform, but like we just want to transform into the world to appeal to the world. Back to my first line. I never been the type to appeal to these pill poppers. Like that's not who I am, right? So that's where we at now. This is not just for your entertainment. Sometimes I be feeling like I'm in the Matrix. Let's get back into airplane mode. JWilMusic, let's go.
This for the revelation. This is not just for your entertainment. Sometimes it be feeling like I'm in a matrix. Neo, where you go? Neo, where you go? I'm in the cockpit trying to weigh my options. I never flown this high over mountains.
All right, so here we are. Kind of a transition line, right? Sometimes it be feeling like I'm in the Matrix. Neo, where you go? Neo. So this whole song is airplane mode. Let me take a quick moment, an intermission, to tell you like what what was happening in real life. So in real life, I was on this was September of 2024. I was on the airplane coming back from a big business meeting in Atlanta. This is one of my biggest meetings, one of my last big business meetings of the year in 2024. It was one of those meetings you kind of prepare for a couple months for, and it was super stressful leading up into it. But by the grace of God, man, me and my team, we really killed that meeting. And it was one of those things when it was over, you just felt like that excel, right? Like, whoo, this is dope. And it's September. It was late in September. So, you know, you coming up close to the holiday season, wrapping up. The business year isn't done, but you've really laid out all your initiatives. We had a business meeting about 2025 initiatives. And so I find myself on the airplane in my suit on the plane coming back. And that's where I had the idea for this song, Airplane Mode, because I was tired. I was worn out. I wanted to just zone out. And that was where this whole idea came from. And so visually, as I'm writing this song, I started writing these bars on the airplane in my mind. All my bars are visual. So I'm picturing like I'm on the airplane. And so in this part of the song, when I'm like, Neo, where you go, Neo, who is me in this scenario, has gone from sitting in a seat on a plane and has gotten so confident, arrogant, or crazy that he's gotten up and gone into the cockpit. So that's kind of what's happening in this song at this point. I'm in the cockpit trying to weigh my options. I never flown this high over mountains. I'm so used to the valley, I'm afraid of the sky. All right, let's take a pause there. I'm in the cockpit trying to weigh my options. Sometimes in our lives, right? Like we go from being in a passenger seat of our lives to wanting to drive the plane. Like a lot of us, we want to be God. We want to take control. But I'm reminding myself, even though I'm driving, it's like that whole idea of like Jesus take the wheel. I'm reminding myself as I'm driving, like, yo, like I'm not in control, right? And sometimes when you try to take control of your life, you weighing your options of like, am I going to do this God's way or the world's way? And if you go back to the beginning of this song, what I'm talking about is the decision to create music for a godly cause. The decision to like say, regardless of what people say or think about me, I'm going to create based on what I believe. I'm going to put substance in the earth. I'm going to do things according to what I truly believe God wants me to do in my purpose. And so it's like, but when you take control of the wheel yourself, it's like, let me weigh my options. I'm in the cockpit trying to weigh my options. I never flown this high over mountains. I'm so used to the valley, I'm afraid of the sky, but I won't nosedive, God. Listen, I was in an interesting point in my life at this point because I started having some success in business, right? I'd been growing in business really for some years now, thank God. I give God the glory for that. But really, like if I just go back to 2019, from 2019 into now, it's been like, even though it's been 6 years, it's been like 11 years in business for me as far as growth and development and becoming a leader and having credibility behind that. So for me, sometimes in life, it gets weird when you get successful. So it's like, I've never flown this high over mountains. I'm so used to the valley. I'm afraid of the sky. Have you ever been in a situation in your life where you're actually afraid because things are going good? And you like, I never been here before. And sometimes because people, it's weird how people talk about success. People typically talk about success through arrogance, which rubs people the wrong way. And so when you talk about success that way, it's hard to actually teach people how to be successful before they're there. And so because there's not a lot of teach me how to be successful, you get to success and you become afraid. And especially if you are trying to control the wheel and you're trying to drive the car, it's like, yo, I'm actually scared up here. Like it looks like I'm doing good. It looks like I have success or whatever, but I'm actually scared. Y'all ever, like, can anybody relate to that? You know what I'm saying? Like I've been scared of success. I've been in good situations and been like, yo, I was comfortable in the valley. And that's what I'm exploring through these lyrics now is like, yo, like I'm coming from this business meeting. It went well. I'm, a director and, my first executive job at the time. And it's like, yo, I've just gone into this big conference room with 30 people and led my team to this meeting and delivered and it went well. And I'm still uncomfortable because I was comfortable when I had nothing. Right. So that's what we explore in the song. Let's get back to the song. My bad. I know that was a lot.
Neo, where you go? I'm in the cockpit trying to weigh my options. I never flown this high over mountains. I'm so used to the valley, I'm afraid of the sky, but I won't nosedive. God got this. Keep my eyes on the Lord. God got this. Turn my ceiling to my floor. God got this.
All right. So as you see, what's happening in these lyrics is like I'm in the cockpit trying to weigh my options. I never flown this high over mountains. I'm so used to the valley, I'm afraid of the sky, but I won't nosedive. God got this. This is the realization in our lives sometimes, and this is where we should all be at some point when you're trying to take control and you're worried and you say, yo, but I won't nosedive. God got this. This is the Jesus take the wheel moment of this song. It's like, yo, I'm not gonna nosedive. God got this. Keep my eyes on the Lord. God got this. So even though I'm afraid up here, I'm afraid at this level in life. If I keep my eyes on the Lord, God got this. Turn my ceiling to my floor. Now, visually, what's happening as I'm writing this is I'm picturing if I was driving this plane, I would have went upside down and the ceiling would have became the floor. But in this lyric, it's also meaning that God will turn my ceiling into my floor. Imagine if the best that someone ever thought you could be, the highest height you could ever go, what if that became your floor? That's what I'm exploring in this part of the lyric. It's like when God has this, when you give God control of your life, he can exceed what you even think. Now, it doesn't always happen the way you think he's going to do it. It doesn't always happen in the timing that you would want him to do it. But the idea is that if I give myself to the Lord, if I give my worries and my cares over to the Lord, that he will grow me, develop me. He will fight my battles. He will lead me. The theme in the message is, even as an artist, God got this. Like, I don't have to chase fame. I don't have to chase acceptance or validation. And look, the reality of it is when you're an artist and you're creating any type of art, you want to share it with people and you do want people to like it. But sometimes they won't. And I'm always inspired and encouraged by the story of Van Gogh, the famous artist who never sold but one painting during his lifetime. And his painting, I want to say it went from 40 to 50 million 100 years after his death. He became a great artist 100 years after he died. And I always ask people, so was he a great artist? If the people that you are living amongst cannot understand, accept, or appreciate or validate who you are, does that mean you're not worth anything? I would argue he was always a great artist. It just took 100 years for people to see it. And so that's how I think when I create my music. It's like, yo, I'm not here to try to be validated. I'm here to be who God called me to be. All right, let's get back into the music. Airplane mode, JWilMusic. Let me know what y'all think.
High over mountains, I'm so used to the valley, I'm afraid of the sky, but I won't nosedive. God got this. Keep my eyes on the Lord. God got this. Turn my ceiling to my floor. God got this. Goo goo, God got it. God got it, baby. Goo goo, God got it. Baby faith. Question. Now.
All right. So, when I go from God got this is goo goo gaga, which is kind of a transition. God got this. So I went into kind of like baby talk. Goo goo gaga, God got it, baby. For those who listen to my music long enough, maybe you heard a song called Under the Sun, where I talk about my unborn son, where I talk about the desire to be a father. What I'm saying is God got it, baby. God got my baby. Like I put it, goo goo gaga, baby faith. This is faith for a baby. And it's saying like, yo, in the midst of my life, in the midst of these ups, downs, and in-betweens, even the things that are most personal to me, even the things that are the desires and the voids and the things that I want the most, I have to put it into the hands of the Lord. God got it, baby. Goo goo gaga. So we talk baby talk for that part of the song, which might sound random if you don't know the story or what it is. All right, let's get back into it. Let's see what it is.
Got this. Goo goo, God got it. God got it, baby. Goo goo, God got it. Baby faith. Question. Now what you want metaphor? I only use Facebook for metaphors. TikTok is so toxic, I don't even got it. I'm not trying to knock it, a metal door. I told my wife I like my wife.
All right, now let's get into that part. Now, what you on Meta for? I only use Facebook for metaphors. TikTok is so toxic, I don't even got it. I'm not trying to knock it, a metal door. Now, we know Meta is the corporate name for Facebook, right? So what you on Meta for? What are you on Facebook for? I only use, wait, what you on Meta for? I only use Facebook for metaphors, right? So it's really just saying like, I'm really only on Meta. I'm asking, what are you on Meta for? And I'm just saying like, I'm on Meta for things of purpose. I'm not on Facebook and social media to try to stunt. I'm not here to try to seem better than everybody. I'm really here to share my lyrics and to share these ideas and these stories and to think out loud. You know, the first thing Facebook asks you is what's on your mind, right? And so I use it to think out loud. So what you on Meta for? I only use Facebook for metaphors. TikTok is so toxic, I don't even got it. I'm not trying to knock it, a metal door. Yeah, nobody's trying to knock a metal door. You know what I'm saying? If you ever knock one of those, you usually go like knock that boy with the side of your fist. So that whole line is just a play on social media. TikTok is so toxic, I don't even got it. I had TikTok for one day, like 5-6 years ago. I don't know when it was. And it was so weird. I hadn't even followed anyone. And it just like created a custom algorithm. And it was just all like girls and some of them young doing like little challenge dances, like nothing crazy, but it was weird to me. Like I don't watch dance challenges on the internet. Like I'm not on the internet scrolling to see a bunch of kids, especially little girls, like doing little boys either. But my point is like it was just weird. As a grown man, it was creepy to me that TikTok just gave me an algorithm of showing me stuff that was weird. And so I was like, I'm good. This is toxic. And so I'm not trying to knock it, a metal door. Let's get back to the song. JWilMusic, airplane mode. Let's see what we talking about.
Question. Now what you on Meta for? I only use Facebook for metaphors. TikTok is so toxic, I don't even got it. I'm not trying to knock it, a metal door. I told my wife I like my Wi-Fi, so connected, I can see all my bars. Now we texting in flight.
Yo, hold on. Let's go back. Okay, so now, again, remember, I'm on the airplane. And at this point, I'm actually on the airplane texting my wife because that's what I do. After this business meeting, I'm texting her. I'm on my way home, telling her whatever. So in this part of the verse is, I told my wife, I like my wife. I so connected. Now, technically, the correct way to say that is I'm so connected or we're so connected. But again, like I told you before, sometimes in my songs, I rap ideas in my bars, and so I don't actually say everything exactly maybe the right way. But in this part, it's like, yo, I told my wife, I like my wife. I probably was texting her, I love you or something like that. Like, what up? Again, you off of a big business meeting, you feeling real good. You like, yo, I'm on my way home. And so on this part of the song is like, I told my wife, I like my wife. I'm so connected. Like, we so connected. But it's an entendre there. I told my wife I like my Wi-Fi. So connected. If you on a plane, like me a lot, and you texting a lot on there, you know, I can't wait till they close them doors and I get my Wi-Fi connected and I need to see all my bars. So I told my wife, I like my Wi-Fi so connected, I can see all my bars. You feel what I'm saying? And then the last part of that is, I told my wife, I like my wife. I'm so connected. I can see all my bars. That I can see all my bars is talking about the song itself because of the fact, like I told you, I visualize my music in scenes that are happening and I was actually on a plane. So a lot of times when I'm rapping or if I listen to my music, I can actually see all of my bars. They're like movies playing in my mind because all these words connect to mean something. So I can see all my bars, right? All right, let's get back into the song, man. JWilMusic, airplane mode. Y'all check this song out too.
Goo Gaga, Babyface. Question. Now what you on Meta for? I only use Facebook for metaphors. TikTok is so toxic, I don't even got it. I'm not trying to knock it, a metal door. I told my wife I like my Wi-Fi so connected, I can see all my bars. Now we texting in flight. My meeting went well, I'll be home by tonight. Was stressful at first, thank God I don't curse. Then I start singing verses that's been on my mind.
All right. As you can see, I can see all my bars. Now I actually have Wi-Fi on this flight. So that's where the next part of the song comes from. Now we texting in flight. I'm telling her what happened. My meeting went well. I'll be home by tonight. Was stressful at first. Thank God I don't curse. Then I start singing verses that's been on my mind. I was in this meeting ready to cuss. I'm not gonna lie. I don't cuss, but it was like, yo, this meeting, preparing for this meeting had me wanting to cuss. So I'm just telling her about the situation now that the door on the plane has closed and the Wi-Fi is connected. I'm texting my wife, texting in flight. My meeting went well. I'll be home by tonight. Was stressful at first. Thank God I don't curse. Then I start saying verses that's been on my mind. I can do all things. And so before this meeting, as I was prepping, I really had to start like singing a hymn or something because it was like, bruh, this meeting, prepping for this was so stressful. It was like down to the minute. We were like still like, it was just crazy. But it's talking about the idea of when you got a lot going on in your life, sometimes you just got to sing an old hymn, recite a verse, a scripture from the Bible, something to remind you of who you are. And one of the things I'm trying to talk about in this song and the need to just sometimes go on airplane mode. When you're on that plane, you got to put it on airplane mode. You can't take no calls. You can't take any distractions. Only certain things you could do on that Wi-Fi. And my point is like sometimes in our lives, we need to go on airplane mode because we're getting pulled in every direction and life is stressful and it's a lot of things going left and right. But you just got to remind yourself of who God created you to be, who you are. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. All right, let's get back to the music, baby. JWilMusic, airplane mode. Y'all make sure y'all check this out. Show us some love.
Baby faith, question. Now what you on metaphor? I only use Facebook for metaphors. TikTok is so toxic, I don't even got it. I'm not trying to knock it, a metal door. I told my wife I like my Wi-Fi so connected, I can see all my bars. Now we texting in flight. My meeting went well, I'll be home by tonight. Was stressful at first, thank God I don't curse. Then I start singing verses that's been on my mind. I can do all things. I can do all things. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. All things are working for me cause I love the Lord. Say it, it's working. All things are working for me cause I love the Lord. Pray it, it's working. All things are working for me cause I love the Lord. Believe it.
Please fasten your seatbelts as we begin our initial descent.
Walks with me, talk with me, I be okay, but I be lying if I didn't say that I be lonely. Sometimes in my mind, I be in my own way, overthinking every.
All right. Let's dig into that. So it's just kind of a vamp, kind of a transition. A lot of my music, I'll do little breakdown vamps. The whole little I could do all things. I try to find moments in my music to sing because I wish I was a singer. Shout out to my brother Darius, who's in the video, who actually is a singer. Darius James, y'all check out his music. He got a lot of projects and stuff out and new stuff coming. But as we get through the transition, then it's just kind of going into the fact of like, I'm kind of transitioning to another verse, another part of the song. God walks with me, talks with me, I be okay. What did I say? Hold on, hold on, I'm forgetting now. Hold on, bro. You're forgetting your own lyrics.
Please fasten your seatbelts as we begin our initial descent.
I'd be lying if I didn't say that.
God walks with me, talk with me, I be okay, but I be lying if I didn't say that I be lonely. Sometimes.
All right, God walks with me, talk with me, I be okay. But I be lying if I didn't say that I be lonely. Sometimes in my mind, I be in my own way. Look, I'm just being honest, just being vulnerable at this part of the song of like, I know God is with me, walking and talking with me, and that I'll be okay. But sometimes on this walk as a believer, specifically the idea of this song is really as an artist, sometimes on this journey, it's lonely. You know what I'm saying? And that's layered for me. But it's the truth at the end of the day, like walking through this journey as a solo artist and trying to figure out things out and also like my music has become more of a hobby because of, my success in the business world. With success comes more responsibility. To whom much is given, much is required. And I've had to prioritize being a businessman and growing as a businessman and what that means. And so it means I can't, go around and rap for $50 at a church on every weekend like I used to do back in the day. I made more than $50 at some point, but I did start off that low. But it's like I don't have time for that. And so I have to find a way to walk and use my gifts. And that's not all easy. And so it's like God walks with me, talk with me, I'll be okay. But I'd be lying if I didn't say that I'd be lonely. Sometimes in my mind, I be in my own way. Let's get to the next part. I don't think I got there yet. Hold on, let's see.
We begin our initial descent.
God walks with me, talk with me, I be okay, but I be lying if I didn't say that I be lonely. Sometimes in my mind, I be in my own way, overthinking every rhyme, wondering what they gon' say. Are the Christians?
This is an important part of the song for me as it relates to what we talking about right now. Sometimes in my mind, I be in my own way, overthinking every rhyme, wondering what they gonna say. Are the Christians gonna love it? Is the world gonna hate? Cause all everybody want is the OJ. Look, that's just me being vulnerable. I look for vulnerable spots in my music it's not no entendres or nothing. It's the truth. And what I'm really intending to do is to share and be vulnerable as an artist, but also connect with people who may feel the same way, because I do think sometimes in life, like people are just going around like faking. Yo, what's up? Thank you for checking out the music. Thank you for checking out the stream. But I'd be lying if I didn't say that I be lonely. Sometimes in my mind, I be in my own way, overthinking every rhyme, wondering what they gonna say. Are the Christians gonna love it? Is the world gonna hate? Cause all everybody want is the OJ. Sometimes people just want the old you. For me, when I was younger, I started off rapping in a group, and even when I think about like being a class clown in high school, you run into people that used to know you. They just want you to be the old you. And sometimes in life, it's challenging to grow beyond that. And sometimes as an artist, I can get in my own way, writing my lyrics and feel like, like, are the Christians gonna like this? Is the world gonna hate? And it all goes back to where this song started of, I never been the type to appeal to these pill poppers. It ain't appealing to me if it's offensive to the Father. And so this is just talking about that struggle as an artist when you're creating. And like I said earlier, I don't really create music for the same reason that everyone else does. And that's something I have to understand and accept, even especially industry people. They create music for a whole different reason than I do. And part of what I'm also trying to do in this song in particular is talk about success. Like, this is a song about a businessman coming back on a flight from a business trip. And people want me to rap about the hood and the streets or something. And it's like, bro, I'm trying to talk success to you. So it's like this whole song, I'm trying to speak life, but I'm also trying to attack topics that are real life. Sometimes I look at artists, and I heard, was it Scott Storch or Steve Stout? I don't know, maybe Steve Stout. I heard him say in an interview a couple years ago before I started creating this album, he said that for a secular artist, their second album is their hardest album to write, because in their first album, they really was struggling. They was from the hood. And in their second album, they successful now, they rich. So he talked about like LL Cool J, Kanye West. And he's like, a lot of these artists, they have to go back to the hood to write that second album, to like be reminded of the grit and all this. And I asked myself in that moment, like, why don't they just rap about the truth? Like, you not in the hood no more. Why you keep trying to act like you in the hood? Listen to a track by Yofu. Okay, I will definitely check out your music, family. So for me, it was like this album and this song was counterculture in the regard that I'm not going to try to fake like I'm not successful. And like music is only good if it comes from a dark place. Like, no, because I I have struggles up here where I'm at now. I'm in the cockpit trying to weigh my options. I never flown this high up. I've never been up here. You want me to go back to where I came from? You want me to go back to a level that I beat in the game and remain there? All everybody want is the old, Jay. The retro, because they stuck in their old ways. All right, couple things happening here in this lyrics. All everybody want is the old Jay, right? The old me, the one they knew. Or all everybody want is the old Jay, the shoes, the Jordans, the retros, because they stuck in their old ways. Like if you like me, people who grew up, you know, like in the 90s when Jordans was coming out, we can't get enough of wearing Jordans. You know, most of us got a closet full of Jordans. They uncomfortable, so I stopped buying them. But a few years ago, but I got some, and it's like that. All we want is the old ones, the retro, because we stuck in our old ways. Oh, hold on. All right, let's play a little bit of the song, and I'll come back and explain some more of this.
With me, talk with me, I be okay, but I be lying if I didn't say that I be lonely. Sometimes in my mind, I be in my own way, overthinking every rhyme, wondering what they gon' say. Are the Christians gon' love it? Is the world gon' hate? Cause all everybody want is the OJ, the retro, cause they stuck in they old ways. I'm the new J, never sold out, no fame. Ran so far, I forgot.
Okay. All everybody want is the OJ, the retro, because they stuck in their old ways. I'm the new J, never sold out. Okay, the new J's, like, see, all we want is the retro J's. The new Jordans, they don't sell out. You know what I'm saying? They just don't sell out. I'm the new J, never sold out, no fame. Ran so far, I forgot my own name. So again, I'm the new J's. I never sold out for fame. So I'm not going to sell out the message of my music for fame, for people to like me, for more people to play it, for radio stations to accept it, for Christian radio or Christian rap platforms to like who I am or validate it. I'm not going to sell out. Selling out to me is going against your own values, morals, and beliefs. So I ain't talking. We always look at selling out like, oh, he sold his soul. Like you sell your soul when you go against what you believe. So it's like, I'm the new J, never sold out, no fame. And now we're connecting one of my old songs, my favorite songs, Run From Fame by JWilMusic. Check that out. Maybe we'll bring that into the lyric book one day. But it was called Run From Fame. So no fame. Ran so far, I forgot my own name. So that's just a reference point back to the song Run From Fame and how I was talking about we need to run from fame. Now I'm referencing that since then I've ran so far, I forgot my own name. All right, let's see what else I say.
Overthinking every rhyme, wondering what they gon' say. Are the Christians gon' love it? Is the world gon' hate? Cause all everybody want is the OJ, the retro, cause they stuck in they old ways. I'm the new J, never sold out, no fame. Ran so far, I forgot my own name. In Espanol, they don't have no J. Jose, Jesus, Juan, I can't even say juice. Qual, who goes there?
All right, now let's get into this. What do I say? The retro ran so far, I forgot my own name. In Espanol, they don't have no J. So, you know, in Spanish, there's no J sound, like Jesus, Julio, right? The J sounds like a H, essentially. During this time, like I said, my music is also a timestamp for me. During this time in 2024, I had started trying to study Spanish a little bit. And you know, I fell off of that. I got to get back to that. But I was studying Spanish. And so that is just a time stamp. Like in Espanol, they don't have no J. It's also, I got to be honest, it's a knock at like Hebrew Israelites a little bit. God bless y'all. You know, maybe God save y'all. But it's a little bit of a knock at Hebrew Israelites because they get caught up in not calling Jesus because they're no J. So it's just like, okay, in Espanol, they don't have no J. Jesus, Juan. What do I say? Hold on. Let's go back to it because there's some bars in there. People say, I don't got no bars, I guess.
Name in Espanol, they don't have no J. Jose, Jesus, Juan. I can't even say juice, cual.
Okay, so it's like in Espanol, they don't have no J. Jose, Jesus, Juan. I can't even say juice. This is also back to referencing on the plane because usually on the plane, like I would get some juice that day, or I got some juice that day. So it's like, I wait for the point in the plane where they're coming down with the beverages and snacks. And it's like, wow, I can't even say juice. In Espanol, there is no J. I can't even say juice. Qual. It's qual like, huh? What? So that was just the ad lib qual. That's a Spanish word. And then who goes there? Like who goes there? All right. But jugo is also how you say juice in Spanish. So jugo is there. So I said, I can't even say juice. Qual? Jugo is there. So it's just, again, like sometimes on my bars, like I'll do like little mental gymnastics like that where I'll put something somewhere that I know like nobody's going to get it, but it's there. And it's something about that that's dope to me. That's a signature of my writing style that as we go through the lyric book, if I do one of these again, which would just be based on like if people like it or not, if it has some value. So y'all have to tell me when y'all watch this on the replay if y'all want to see this again with another song. But I'll throw like little pieces of things there, like Hugo is there. So it's just like a breadcrumb. I have a lot of breadcrumbs in my music that are intended to maybe mean something to no one or only mean something to me. All right. So Hugo is there. All right. Let's finish this up, man. I know we've been rocking.
Far, I forgot my own name. In Espanol, they don't have no J. Jose, Jesus, Juan. I can't even say juice, cual. Who goes there? From first class to coach is not a person in the air that was left with no chair. We all got somewhere to go, and it's two ways to get there, fast or slow. So when we land, my friend, take advantage of every day that you get, cause time flies.
All right, there's a lot there to finish this out. Who goes there? From first class to coach. It's not a person in the air that was something. Nobody up there had no chair. It's just the fact that as I look on the plane around, I'm like, yo, from first class to coach, everyone up here has a chair. The chair represents purpose. Everyone on that plane is going somewhere. When I travel a lot, so when I'm traveling, a lot of times I'm looking around and I'm intrigued by the idea that we're all going somewhere. Some of us going good places. Some of us going bad places. Some of us going places to do good. Some of us going places to do bad things. But we are all going somewhere. And even though life isn't fair, in some ways it is. Because everyone has a chair. Like, yeah, you might have been in first class. I might have been in coach. But when the plane landed, we were at the same destination. You might have got off before me, but I still got off, right? It's not a person in the air that was left with no chair. We all got somewhere to go. So what do I say? Hold on, let's play that one more time. I'll be forgetting sometimes. I ain't gonna hold you.
In the air that was left with no chair. We all got somewhere to go, and it's two ways to get there, fast or slow. So when we land, my friend.
Oh yeah, so remember, this whole album is about the passage of time that's layered throughout the entire album of this time is different. It's like we all got somewhere to go, and it's two ways to get there, fast or slow. And when I think about the passage of time, even when I think about like my own life and some good things, some bad things, like time is passing though. And so it's like, it's only two ways to really get somewhere. It's fast or slow. I have a saying that I say is that direction is more important than speed because I don't want to rush through life. Irene, what's up? I appreciate you always. Let's see what you say. Should do it again. I see some of this is a play on words, phrases. It means one thing to you, but I interpret some of it differently and some of it as you intended. That's the beauty of music. Yes, like I appreciate you always, Irene. Like I meant to say that. I'm happy you said that. sometimes I actually plant bars and leave them to mean something different to you. There are so many times that people have come to me and like they will think they'll be like, yo, this mean this. And I'm like, that ain't even what it meant to me, but that's fire. So I love that. But look, at the end of the day, the last line was on purpose. Let's play the last line again. The last line was very purposeful in this song.
With no chair, we all got somewhere to go, and it's two ways to get there, fast or slow. So when we land, my friend, take advantage of every day that you get, cause time flies.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt signs are off, and you are now.
So when we land, my friend, take advantage of every day that you get, cause time flies. Airplane Mode has a second name. All of the songs on the album actually have two titles. Each song has a hidden time title. So like as an example, the first song on the album is called God Created. The time title is Beginning of Time. So throughout this whole album, I was trying to write about some element of time. So this song, Airplane Mode, was about how time flies. That is the, metaphor that's hidden behind all of this. Is like throughout this life, man, time flies. So take advantage of it. Try to do well. Try to grow. Stand on your values and your morals. Do things that mean something. Trust God. Don't be discouraged. Don't feel like you got to speed through or be on someone else's timeline. You feel what I'm saying? Timeline. See, it's all about time. And so time flies. And that is like just more of an introspective thought. Like I said, this album was about time travel and going through time, using sound as a time machine. That's essentially the idea, is that my music is my time machine. It serves as time capsules and time stamps. And so I hope everybody who checked this out enjoyed it. Please like, share, subscribe, tell somebody about it. Let me know if you want me to do it again. Thank you, Irene, for showing love and saying like this is something that could be done again. The lyric book. This was me opening up my lyric book and giving you guys a peek behind the curtain, and hopefully it was enjoyable. I will just say real quick about the video. Shout out to KE, Kid Easy, DJ KE. He shot the video. He did a great job. Shout out to Red, the real Red Campbell Jr. My primary producer, produced like 95% of my work. He produced that track, like amazing track. Like that's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorite tracks he ever produced. KE really killed the video. Shout out to my brother Darius for coming through. Shout out to my wife for helping out behind the scenes. She was at the video shoot. So you'll see on the video, we actually rented a private jet. And I'm going to tell you, that was crazy, because for this song, I had to rent the jet. I searched all over the world for a jet and access to it. And I was able to rent it. And I could afford it for 30 minutes, bro. That mug was expensive. I was like, bro, give me 30 good minutes. So we were there like 15, 20 minutes early to the video shoot. We were literally set up. KE had the cameras set up. Shout out to Stephen Crossan. He was my photographer for this project, but he also helped with some of the video stuff and just like behind the scenes, directing and things like that. So appreciate him. But I appreciate my team, because everybody, my brother Darius, we were all there. We were there before it started, because I knew I only had 30 minutes. When they pulled that plane out and they said it, it was like, go. And we shot all of that in 30 minutes. We kind of had to create the concept on the spot. Love the editing with KE and, as best we can, making it seem like I'm in this plane, really doing something. Darius and all his antics, he really made the video. And these is like one shot takes. Like he really made the video to me, just because like my brothers, my family is just talented. We're just kind of gamers. So if you put us, we get put on the spot and we just make stuff happen. My brother Darius killed that. My other brothers couldn't make it that day. I'd invited my brothers and some of my brothers and sisters at least. told people about the shoot, and everybody, like, I might have told like 3 of them about it, and they couldn't make it work, different stuff. It was kind of a last minute thing. But I was kind of happy because the jet was a little smaller. Private jets be small sometimes. It's like way smaller on the inside than I was originally thinking. I was trying to have multiple people in the seats. But look, man, we're gonna finish this out and play this song from the top, Airplane Mode by JWilMusic. Now that you've heard all about it, we shot this video at the Detroit City Airport. And this video actually was in the first video God created. We did a trailer, and this video is the second song on there. So it's like I'm driving up to the airport from the scene of that video where it was kind of like this encounter with God to do this album. So yeah, Airplane Mode, Jay.
For your own safety, we ask that you please put your phones in airplane mode during the flight.
I never been the type to appeal to these pill poppers. It ain't appealing to me if it's offensive to the Father. Peeling back the layers to these problems, seeing can't solve them. Look what the drills got us. Broken families for generations. Gotta read Genesis for the revelation. This is not just for your entertainment. Sometimes it be feeling like I'm in a matrix. Neo, where you go? Neo, where you go? I'm in the cockpit trying to weigh my options. I never flown this high over mountains. I'm so used to the valley, I'm afraid of the sky, but I won't nosedive. God got this. Keep my eyes on the Lord, God got this. Turn my ceiling to my floor, God got this. Google, God got it. God got it, baby. Google, God got it. Baby faith. Question. Now what you on metaphor? I only use Facebook for metaphors. TikTok is so toxic, I don't even got it. I'm not trying to knock it, a metal door. I told my wife I like my Wi-Fi, so connected, I can see all my bars. Now we texting in flight, my meeting went well, I'll be home by tonight. Was stressful at first, thank God I don't curse, then I start singing verses that's been on my mind. I can do all things, I can do all things, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. All things are working for me cause I love the Lord. Say it, it's working. All things are working for me cause I love the Lord. Pray it, it's working. All things are working for me cause I love the Lord. Believe it.
Please fasten your seatbelts as we begin our initial descent.
God walks with me, talk with me, I be okay, but I be lying if I didn't say that I be lonely. Sometimes in my mind, I be in my own way, overthinking every rhyme, wondering what they gon' say. Are the Christians gon' love it? Is the world gon' hate? Cause all everybody want is the OJ, the retro, cause they stuck in they old ways. I'm the new J, never sold out, no fame. Ran so far, I forgot my own name. In Espanol, they don't have no J. Jose, Jesus, Juan, I can't even say juice. Qual, who goes there? From first class to coach is not a person in the air that was left with no chair. We all got somewhere to go, and it's 2 ways to get there, fast or slow. So when we land, my friend, take advantage of every day that you get, cause time flies.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt signs are off, and you are now free to exit the cabin.
Yo, that's Airplane Mode by yours truly, JWilMusic. Hopefully y'all appreciated it, man, and enjoyed it. I appreciate y'all for checking it out. And check out my music. Check out more of my music. My latest album, JWilMusic, This Time Is Different. And then go through all the releases and discographies, whether you on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, whatever it is, man. I really appreciate the people. People who listen to my music usually like really, really listen to my music. That's kind of how it is. Like I'm a very much underground, unknown artist, except to the people who rock. They really rock, like for years. Like they heavy on JWilMusic. So I thank y'all. Y'all encourage me. Hopefully this encourage you. It's all about the message. Hopefully you see as I open up my lyric book to you, show a little bit of my heart and thinking behind the music. Hopefully it's something that you can resonate with. And as I create more, who knows what's next or what I'm doing. I got all kind of new songs, but I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm just be honest. I don't know. I don't have it figured out. But I enjoy this and being able to talk about and share some of the depth of the music. For me, I'm sorry, it's not. I can freestyle, I can rap, I can write raps really quick. You could throw on like anything, I can rap. But for me, like my music is about substance. My art has to mean something because like the reason I don't just focus on trendy music is because trends change and it's like you got to keep changing with a trend. It's like, no, like I'm me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm whatever new version of me. And I think that's good enough to rap about. And I also want to encourage people that there's a bunch of topics and things you can rap about. You don't have to rap about what's already been rapped about. We heard it all before. We heard all the hood stuff. People that died and got shot and all kind of stuff in music. Where's the good stuff? Where's the success? What do you rap about when you're doing good? What do you rap about when you're blessed? You got to make up some fake scenario or not being blessed or just some bubblegum music that don't really mean nothing, that ain't gonna mean nothing in 100 years. I'm inspired by Van Gogh. Maybe my music means nothing today, but in 100 years, it means everything. I would actually choose that versus being relevant or catchy in the moment. I would rather have something that stands the test of time. So hopefully this bless you. Much love. God bless y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking. Please do subscribe and maybe we'll do more of these, man. Y'all got to let me know though. God bless you. Have an amazing day, man. Thank you for listening.